changes. Yeah.
All right, if anybody out in the hallway wants to join us, the time is now. All right, so I guess to start out, I got one very simple question that I just have to work out real quick with you as an audience. Do you think we should do this again next year? Yeah. Okay, that's what I was expecting, kind of from an answer perspective. So let's check in on your homework now. If you remember, I gave you kind of 3 actions for the day. The first one was to learn, which I sat in on a bunch of these sessions, so it's hard to imagine how you couldn't learn a whole bunch of stuff here. The second one was to network with different people. How did we do on that one? Do we feel like we did a pretty good job connecting? Okay. And the last one was to connect with 3 people. So I heard from one person that said she'd already connected with 6 people on LinkedIn while she was here today. Anybody connect with more than 6 people already? Okay, Brooke did.
Yes.
Well, they connected with me, I think.
Connected with him, yeah. Come on. All right, so let me just share a couple of things with you real quick from a slide perspective. Then I want to get a little bit of feedback and hear about your perception of the day. So these are a couple different ways you can stay connected with the Threat Modeling Connect. That's our LinkedIn, our X, and our YouTube page there. So those are places you can go find us. I'll wait for folks to take pictures of that. And so that's a place you can go connect with Threat Modeling, the Threat Modeling Connect community. If you're not a part of that already, please join and let's continue the efforts that we're doing there. The next thing we're doing in Threat Modeling Connect is a ThreatModCon 2023 retrospective. So myself, Izar Tarandosh, and Matt Coles are going to just do kind of a wrap-up of what we experienced here in this event. I can say I definitely saw so many cool things happening here at this event. But what I want to do real quick is I want to walk around and put people on the spot, because that's fun, because I have the microphone and I have the ability to do that. But no, I want to hear, like, what were your perceptions? So I want to hear from a couple people. What were your perceptions of the event today? Show me a hand if you're willing to share something that was really impactful for you here in this first ever Threat Modeling Con. All right, John was over there. I'll just throw the microphone. Just kidding, I won't.
So for those who have attended even one session today, I think you've all probably figured out that everyone in this room is trying to solve the same problem, sometimes even in the same ways. And I think for the first time ever, I really feel like threat modeling is fully open source. Now we just need to be worth that badge. And there's so many great ideas. I think for me personally, the biggest thing was hearing a lot of people who have experience with the things we've talked about in so many diverse ways, but also hearing this coming from places that I never thought possible. The fact that there were multiple director or higher level people here who are listening to these conversations is net new to me when most of my experiences are with the developers. So trying to help drive more people to the ThreatMod Connect endpoint, I want to see those types of conversations, because we all think we're doing this in a vacuum, and the answer is we're all actually doing this on the exact same stage. We're all doing this in the same way.
Yeah, that's something that I heard from someone that was was a part of the Birds of a Feather. Someone made the comment like, "There's other people that are dealing with the same things that I'm trying to deal with. Like, this is the first time I've had other people. I always thought I was in a vacuum and I was all alone trying to solve these problems. Like, now they've found people, found some community." So how about 1 or 2 more? Let's see. Who else wants to share kind of how this threat modeling conference? Somebody's pointing this way. Okay, over here. That's a familiar face.
For me, it was amazing being in a room with so many people with so much talent in threat modeling, which is something that, at least for me, I don't usually get back home. Usually, it's like you're the one in the room that's training other people. But the Birds of a Feather session, with hearing how everybody else implemented things, I just wanted to record the whole thing so I could write it down later. So I think that's the most amazing thing about this.
I'd like to hear from one more person. I have to call on somebody, so. Okay, look at that. You get 15 seconds, Tanya gets 15 seconds.
Everybody's been so welcoming, and there's so many people here who I would not even dream that I would be able to actually talk to because of how professional they are and how I presume how expensive they would be to actually. The community.
You'll get the bill tomorrow, William.
We're talking about the invoice approach we had there. Add an extra 200 to William's invoice.
I felt like I learned threat modeling is for everyone.
All right, well, our final act here, well, we have two final actions here. The final one will be to go take a picture, a group picture that we're going to do outside here. But first, we have a special guest who's going to join us here on the video screen. And so we're going to bring him up. He'll be a familiar face. All right, so we told Adam that we were going to bring him in here because we were doing a special question and answer time. Well, turns out that's not what we're actually doing. And so we are going to present you with an award. And it's going to be presented to you by a collaborator of yours for many, many years. Also somebody who you might think of as referred to as a rebel, perhaps.
So the other guy couldn't come today. Something to do with somebody putting a Tesla on his charger. I don't know. So it means that I'm familiar with Adam's work. I have analyzed it extensively, and I find it extremely logical. One thing that not a lot of people know is that every vessel in the Federation, on every reactor port, actually has an S for Shostack, so that no torpedoes can go straight into the core. And that's because of his work. So I'm honored to be here and receive this award in Adam's name. Threat model and prosper.
Thanks, Adam, for joining us for that. So yeah, we've reached the end of our first ever threat modeling conference, and I can say just by walking around and being a part of this event today, from the keynote, like who knew what was going to happen with that? But I mean, I was just blown away right from the very beginning of our event, all the way through the different talks that we had, the workshops, the birds of a feather. I got to listen in on a few of those. There was just such great conversations happening. So what a powerful day, what a powerful event. I hope you got a lot out of it just like I did, and I look forward to seeing you next year. So we have one more action that we have to do, and that is we have to go out into this hallway, and Shunning is going to line us up to take a picture. So thank you very much for being here. Let's go take a picture, and thanks for being a part of the